everybody. Welcome to Banshee's Material Matters show. Welcome to a special presentation of Tarot for Today, Divine Dabblings with Oberon and Banshee. But for this show, it's just the Banshee. And since I wear the pants in the family, just kidding, I will do the material segments and Mr. O will do the emotional ones on Fridays. So be sure to tune in to his emotional exchanges. So anyway, what we're going to do today is all things material. And I hope you joined me on my first show. Thank you all who came to my first presentation of this program last week. I'm going to premiere it like every week for a while. And so if you join me at 10 a.m. on Sunday mornings, if you're up bright and early, sip some coffee and chat with me in the chat as the video plays. So basically what I start the show with is usually a collective reading. And this is from my Harmony deck. It's an old deck that has $100 bills and some nice sayings about money and finance and resources. So this is for everyone. And let's see what we have today. I have other decks I will be bringing out. I thought I would just do this a second time. And I'm going to cut them. And as you can see, the Sun Man has joined us today. I don't know if you can see him. He's taking up space on my table. I easily release negativity from my life. Create a clear flow of energy throughout your body by regularly letting go of negative thoughts and emotions. Your power to allow good into your life works best when unencumbered by negativity. And it's interesting because remember, to create flow and abundance in your life, you need to make room for it. So sometimes that means clearing clutter, making space, creating space in your head. Just clear things out so you can invite the new in. So today, when I read, I'm going to be reading with the Ciro Marchetti Tarot, the Gilded Tarot Royale. And this is new for me. I've had the Gilded Tarot, but they came out with a nice borderless version that I think I will enjoy. I'll turn that upright. That's Temperance, such a beautiful card. Ciro Marchetti's art is beautiful. So we're going to do the elemental signs of the Zodiac, and we're going to start with air signs. So air signs, this is your material matters for the week of July 19th through the 25th. So I'm going to shuffle them up. So air signs, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. Hope everybody is staying safe out there and hope everybody is doing well in these topsy-turvy times we're having. All right. Let's see what we have for the air signs. And our first card is basically the focus card, and it is where will your attention be placed in this week ahead? What will you be focused on? And for that, we have the Six of Cups reversed. Well, I think what you're going to be focused on is maybe doing things differently than you have in the past. The Six of Cups reversed is kind of a card of, maybe it's time to let go of some of those negative things that you've been holding on to from the past. It's kind of a water emotional based card, but in the sense of material matters, what it's saying is you need to start doing things differently. Some of these things that you've been doing in the past haven't been working for you. So this is a week to focus on, taking a different perspective or doing things differently than you have in the past. So air signs, how can you best prepare yourself for what you need to focus on this week? What do you really need to know about the week ahead? Wow, it's another water card, it's the King of Cups. So, I think what you have to do here is be a master of your emotions. Don't let, and I think that's what you're going to do. You're going to find that your emotional stability is going to serve you well in this week ahead. And also, if there is a lot of creative endeavors that you're involved in, let's say you're starting a new project, you're involved in project management, things should flow very well for you. If you're an entrepreneur, maybe some new ideas are going to be flourishing. You're into marketing, this is very good for creative people and in the creative professions as well. I think that, there's going to be just a lot of creative energy and you need to use it. That's what you need to know for the week ahead. You need to utilize, the great creative resources you have up here. So your interactions with others in the material world, will there be cooperation or conflict? Well, we have the Lovers. I think that's a very positive, harmonious card for interacting with people this week, if it's in a business sense or, with investments, meetings that you have, collaborations on projects, schoolwork, etc. I think this is going to go very well for you. There's a lot of balance and harmony, and it's as if, people, you may not all share the same opinions and the same views, but you manage to somehow bring them together. The two become one. So it's kind of like uniting opposites. And I think that's really positive for, the business world, for you guys in this week ahead. Where will there be gains or losses this week? Will there be? Or will things kind of just stay as they are right now? Well, we have the Judgment card. Well, the Judgment card is an interesting card for me in this position. I think gains and losses will be based on your efforts or lack thereof. If you give it your all and you immerse yourself into what you're doing, you will reap what you sow. But of course, if you're lackadaisical, if you let your emotions get the best of you, if you stick with, things from the past that have not been working out well for you, the returns are going to be diminished. So think about that in the weeks ahead. Think about that in the week ahead and how you can apply this message to what's going on in your material world. And so right now, I'm going to go forward with my favorite elemental signs of the zodiac, the fire signs, which I will be paying close attention to since I am an Aries. Well, I hope you've gotten something out of that reading, air signs, and we'll see you next week for another round. So this is for Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. And by the way, the moon is in Cancer right now, and it's going to be heading into Leo this week. Also, we're going to be heading into sun sign Leo, which means that Tarot for Today will be having a monthly modality message reading for you, which will be for the period of the astrological sign of Leo. So stay tuned. That should be coming out very soon. Okay, fire signs, you are up. And your focus card this time around, fire signs, is the Page of Swords reversed. It's interesting that both of you guys have had reversed cards as your focus. And so I'm thinking in this case, fire signs, basically, you have to monitor your communications and what you say. It's about time we maybe think before we speak, because, what you say will carry weight and not necessarily in a positive way. So if you're trying to make a good impression, if you're going for a job interview or maybe you have a lecture or performance going on, you're really going to want to mind your words and be sure, you are balanced and where you need to be to say what you mean what you say without being sharp, tongued, without being, you know, rude about it. So let's see. Let's see what we've got here. The card, I should bring this back. I'm still getting used to the reading that I made. Since this is, you know, this is only my second time, and it's the first time I've ever used this spread, you know, these two readings. So card 2, how can you best prepare yourself for what you need to focus on this week? What do you need to know? And again, we have, I see an emotional card here. I think this came up last time too in the air sign reading, but not this card. It's the 10 of Cups reversed. So what do you need to know is that, you know, that things are not going to go very well, possibly with relationships with people. Now, we haven't gotten to the communication to that part yet in it, but I think this is hearkening to that, you know, relations with people will be strained or tensed a little bit. Also, this may not be a period of time where the things that you want to materialize, the things that you had hoped for, are really going to come through for you. It seems like there's going to be some delays or setbacks in that regard. So, you know, don't feel like it'll never happen. It's not going to happen this week for sure. And card 3, your interactions with others in the material world. Will there be cooperation or conflict with others? Well, I think it's going to go well. It's the Page of Pentacles upright. I think overall it's going to go well. But what you have to keep in mind here is that you need to keep your nose to the grindstone. You're just going to need to go about your business, you know, and not let people down. Be sure to keep, you know, your commitments and your promises in order. Don't promise something you can't deliver, you know, and everything should go well with people. They will be cooperative so long as they feel you're doing what needs to be done. And card 4, will there be gains or losses this week, or will things pretty much stay the same? And you have the 7 of Wands upright. And the 7 of Wands upright basically tells me that you have the higher ground here. You are standing above the rest. So in other words, I do believe there will be some gains. There will be some momentum. It's interesting because you have the 7 of Wands here, and then you have the 10 of Cups here, and you know, they're kind of playing against each other. I think what it's telling me is you are progressing, but if you're expecting instant rewards or gratification or things to happen this week, that's not going to happen. But expect progress, and for fire signs, that's a pretty good thing. So, you know, we always want to know we are moving forward. So anyway, that's what I have for you fire signs, and I hope you enjoy that and come back next week for another prognostication of the business world. Okay, so we are on water now, and we will see what the cards hold for the water signs. Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. And hey, I'm minorly interested in this because I do have a water sign in the household. I'm going to slide my cat over just slightly. Hopefully that will work. Sonny just loves to take over the show, no matter which show we're doing. I love him, but there are days. All right, water signs. Your focus card, where you'll be focusing your attention, is strength. Well, clearly this week is going to be very powerful for you water signs. You are moving forward. You are using your power in ways that benefit you and others. It's not just about you, you realize. And you are using, your power and authority to make life better for yourself and others around you in the business world. Maybe this is in school, in collaborations. This is a very positive sign. I really like that for you guys. And hey, water signs, how can you best prepare for what you need to focus on this week? What do you need to know? It's interesting, we're getting some pages here. Now we have the Page of Wands, and it's reversed. So the Page of, oops, I bumped the microphone. The Page of Wands reversed seems to indicate that, some of the plans and projects you're working on are going to be off to a slow start. There's just this feeling of inertia. Maybe you're channeling some negative fire sign energy a little bit here in that, you kind of want to rush through something to just get it done, and it might not be a good thing. Also, for some of you who are looking at jobs or good news with investments and things like that, I'm wondering if it's going to really pan out for you. There's definitely some lack of momentum here. We'll see how this pans out in the end, but I'm not feeling very good about, investments coming through, or for that matter, if you're interviewing for jobs and that, this might not be very successful this week. So next is how your interactions with others and how they will impact you. Will they be good? Will they be positive? Will they be negative? Well, we have the Queen of Swords, and that's reversed. So the Queen of Swords reversed seems to indicate to me that, you've got a very logical brain there generally, but you are not using it appropriately. Maybe because we're trying to just rush through things too quickly, that we are not paying attention to the details we need, the fine print. So also this is a warning that if you are signing any legal documents, if you are, investing in something that you were on the fence about, be sure you have all the details. Be sure you have everything in place, because, somebody might be trying to pull something around you as well. Be very, very careful. And will there be gains or losses this week, or will things pretty much stay as they are? Well, I have the Five of Cups, and it's reversed. And so I think what it comes down to is maybe some of the things that you were expecting to happen or develop might not turn out, but by week's end, you're going to discover new opportunities for growth, new opportunities for something exciting to happen. So, maybe new partnerships or relationships forming in the business world, maybe new investment possibilities, new choices and directions. So I think that that's a good way to end this week. I think it's going to be slightly up and down for you guys though, but remember, you do have the Strength card. You will power yourself through this if you want to. It's just a matter of, will you allow your focus to get skewed by being too much in a hurry? And will you not be paying attention, therefore, to the details that and ultimately you may decide that you have to switch gears. And that's what I have for you, water signs. But if you do switch gears, it should be positive from the way it looks. New opportunities for something that will be fulfilling. Hey, earth signs. You are up. Last but not least, that's Taurus, Virgo, and Scorpio. Oh, did I say Scorpio? Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. We just had Scorpio in water. My apologies completely. It's been a little bit of commotion here, so I got confused. All right. So your focus card, what your attention will be focused on, we've got another court card, and it is the Knight of Wands upright. So the Knight of Wands indicates to me that there's going to be some real movement in the business world. Maybe some of you are changing jobs. Maybe some of you are looking for work. Maybe some of you are leaving jobs. There is something happening. There is movement. But for the most part, it's positive. I think it's really relating to, like, if you're leaving a job, it's because you want to. So this is positive forward movement. This could also be, as far as getting motivated and moving on with studies or various projects that you are working on. And if it's about investments, it seems like you are moving in a positive direction. So how can you best prepare yourself for what you need to focus on? And here we go again with another knight. We have the Knight of Swords upright. So to me, what you need to focus on is decisions, making your mind up about something. Is it some kind of a career choice or decision that, you're wrestling with? Is it where to put your money, where best to put your money, financial investments, real estate deals, whatever the situation is, you seem to be kind of at the point now where a decision has to be made so you can move forward. So that's what you need to put your focus on. And how will other people help you with this, if at all? Will they be cooperative or will there be conflict? Well, we have the Four of Cups here and it's upright. And I don't know why, but I get the feeling when I see that card that that's talking about standing alone. That maybe people will not be, it's not that they won't be supportive of you, but pretty much whatever you're doing and deciding, it's on you. Other people are going to kind of step back and say, hey, you have to make your mind up about this. We're here to support you, whatever you decide. But they're kind of stepping back. And so finally, will there be gains or losses this week? Forward or backward movement? Or no movement at all? And wouldn't you know, we have another 4. It's the 4 of Pentacles, and this one is reversed. So what I do have to say about the Four of Pentacles reversed is that depending on how you look at this card, this could be, in my mind, with material matters, positive or negative. Because on the one hand, there might be money that you will be spending and will be leaving you maybe a little bit short, or there might be this idea that you want to let go of something, that you need to spend this money, you need to put out more in order to get what you want. So in other words, I do think you are losing some money, but you could gain because ultimately perhaps what you're putting out there is what you need to do to make things work. So for example, if you're starting your own business, maybe you're going to have to put a little seed money in there to make it work. Maybe there are certain things that you are going to have to invest, buy for your business that you didn't plan on. And also in the business world, remember, we're in the age of COVID right now. Maybe there are things you have to buy to ensure your employees and everybody are safe that, is going to take a little chunk of cash in order for you to do it right. So I don't see this as really a setback per se, just a necessary adjustment that you're going to need to make. And that's what I have for you, Earth signs. I hope that helps. And, these readings are very general so that you can adapt them to whatever it is that you are working on at this time. The business world, material matters covers a lot of ground. And so you may be coming in here with specific money issues. You may be coming in here with specific job issues, education issues. So take these cards and apply them to your specific situation. And when I see a tie-in to a particular thing, I will bring that up. So thank you for spending this time with me, and I hope to get you on the road to success in your week ahead. And I will see you next Sunday for another Material Matters. Take care, and I'll see you next time.